For Pacifica Radio, I'm Christina Onnested. President Donald Trump is resurrecting a travel ban policy from his first term. He signed a proclamation Wednesday preventing people from a dozen countries from entering the United States, including Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. The ban takes effect Monday. There's also heightened restrictions on visitors from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Trump says he's acting to protect national security in this video on social media.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them.
The Colorado attack suspect is an Egyptian national. Egypt is not on the travel ban list. Trump's previous travel ban faced court challenges. The Biden administration revoked it in 2021. Oxfam America is among the groups to criticize the latest travel ban. Abby Maxman, the group's president and CEO, said it marks a chilling return to the policies of fear, discrimination, and division. Progressive Democrats Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, who's a Muslim immigrant, and Pramila Jayapal of Washington state are also condemning the travel ban as racist and reject the idea it will make the U.S. safe. They say it will lead to family separations. A Guatemalan deported to Mexico was returned to the U.S. The Trump administration had said it was working to bring him back after a court order. U.S. District Judge Brian Murphy found his deportation lacked any semblance of due process. The man who is gay was protected from being returned to his home country under an immigration judge's order at the time of his deportation. An earlier judge had ruled the man risked persecution or torture if returned to Guatemala, but he also feared returning to Mexico, where he said he was raped and extorted while seeking asylum in the U.S., according to court documents. His lawyers say after landing into California, he was taken into custody and transported to a detention facility in Arizona. A federal judge says the Trump administration must give migrants sent to an El Salvador prison a chance to challenge their removals. District Chief Judge James Boasberg ruled Wednesday the administration has to give people a way to contest their deportations under an 18th century wartime law the Trump administration is using. He said they must be able to dispute allegations they're members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Nearly 200 accused immigrant gang members were deported to El Salvador's CICOT terrorism confinement center. A federal judge has ordered the government to immediately halt deportation proceedings against the wife and 5 children of the man charged in the firebombing attack in Boulder, Colorado. District Judge Gordon Gallagher said the order was urgently needed to ensure the protection of the family's constitutional rights. The man facing federal hate crime charges and state charges of attempted murder in the Sunday attack in Boulder, Colorado. None of his family members have been charged in the attack that injured 15 demonstrators calling for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. In Gaza, Israeli attacks killed at least 38 Palestinians today, including 3 journalists out of 7 who were killed from bombings in the Al-Ali hospital. Despite warnings it's a war crime to attack medical facilities, Israel continues these attacks, claiming Hamas operates out of them. On Monday, the remaining staff and patients at the Indonesian hospital in northern Gaza were evacuated, meaning not a single hospital remains functional in the north. Meanwhile, the U.S. Israeli-backed Aid Foundation says it will reopen 2 aid distribution centers. It suspended operations Wednesday after nearly 100 Palestinians were killed by gunfire since the aid operation began this week. Gaza health officials and witnesses blame Israeli forces for the gunfire. Israel has pledged an investigation. Israel's recovered the bodies of 2 Israeli-American hostages killed during Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack. Hamas-led militants are still holding 56 hostages, about a third of them believed to be alive. The U.S. was the lone veto of a United Nations Security Council resolution Wednesday demanding an immediate and permanent ceasefire in Gaza. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates an increase of 10.9 million people without health insurance under President Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, including 1.4 million undocumented immigrants in state-funded programs. The Budget Office says the package would reduce federal outlays or spending by $1.3 trillion over that period. But Senate Republicans say it doesn't go far enough to reduce the national debt. NATO defense ministers are set to approve plans to buy more weapons and military equipment to better defend Europe, the Arctic, and North Atlantic. The capability targets are assigned to each of the 32 member countries and are part of a U.S. push to ramp up security spending. Pope Leo has met with members of the Vatican's Child Protection Advocacy Commission for the first time. Amid questions about his past handling of abuse and demands from survivors, he enacted true zero tolerance for abuse policy across the Catholic Church. I'm Christina Onnested reporting for Pacifica Radio.